goalie for tonight?
Farabee.
Farabee? Okay. And nowhere on who's coming out yet, I assume?
Lixell.
Lixell, okay. During the homestand, you talked about the Brink line and showing video on them and trying to spread them to the other lines. That was the Brink line you were showing.
Casey's line.
Yeah, Casey's line. Yes, sorry. Trying to spread what they were doing, maybe to the other lines, catching fire a little bit. Have you seen any progress there? Are you happy with how some of that's grown over the last few games?
At times. I just showed a couple of clips of Coots, Mish, and Lixell create some offense, doing stuff similar to what the Cates' line does. So we've developed some offense, and on the film, Cates' line is all over it again today as far as that offensive part of it. So they see it, and I think they're trying.
With Joel, obviously scoring, aside from scoring, what are you hoping he brings to the lineup tonight?
Energy. He's as I told you guys, for a long time he stayed in that lineup because he was involved. He was skating. He was developing chances and wasn't scoring. But I take him out because I just couldn't find him anymore. Just as far as moving his legs and just being on the picture for me. So, like I said, I don't want to give up on him because I think he brings some good things to us here. But he was fading, and so he goes back in tonight, and I hope he plays with some energy and gets some results. I'd like to see him get some results because I think that'll help his confidence.
You've mentioned being involved often throughout, when we talk to you. I've talked to Brendan Shanahan years ago when he made the Hall of Fame, and I asked him how do you want to be remembered? And his answer was that I was involved. How important is that is it something we're also, at the end of the night, I remember this guy playing tonight. Is that what you mean by being involved?
I always tell players I want to be able to notice you, and not notice you with bad things. Absolutely, being involved is. Even though you're not on the score sheet at the end of the night, maybe you banged a little bit, maybe you battled on the wall, you got some pucks out. It's something a coach sees that happened in a game. Sometimes players go through a game and did I even see him? So being involved is such a broad heading, but there are so many things you can do in a hockey game if you're not getting on the score sheet that you could do to help this hockey club. And I think Beezer has the ability to do that, and I think he was losing himself that, and that's why he was out.
Go ahead.
In regards to the Cates line and it being on that second power play, I'm sure this isn't why you did it, but having that line together on a power play, does that make it easier to manage when you're coming off? You've talked about sometimes you come off a power play and the lines are messed up and it takes some rotations to get back in.
It's a huge part. I just showed you a clip. We get scored on. When we don't score on the power play or up 2-1, we get scored on. And I put Coots, Lotz, and TK. Well, it was really Garney, okay? Kind of an extended shift, and we get scored on with TK, Lotz, and Coots on the ice. And that's what pisses me off the most about the last game, is that shift after our power play, when we didn't score, we didn't do the job. We started thinking a little bit too much about the offense, and we give them a 2-on-1, and that ends up in the back of our net. Those are huge shifts during a game, especially in the third period, under 5 minutes left. And I guess I'm not really answering your question, but the Cates line was put on the power play because they were so good 5-on-5.
Right, yeah.
And it does help me as far as getting your line settled after a special team. I thought I had the right people, and obviously I didn't. 3 veteran guys get scored on.
You just mentioned you showed a bunch of clips of the Couturier line with Lixell on the wing, doing some good things, but yet you take him out. Is it more just to get Joel back in versus?
No, Lixie struggled on the wall. I mean, they had a couple of shifts. They really didn't develop much offense. Lixie he had 2 or 3 turnovers in the third period in a 1-to-1 game. It's going to be a process with him. I'm a little disappointed in that part of it and I know he didn't play much, but I don't care. You're going to have me trust you to keep you in the lineup. And to have 2 turnovers in the third period on the wall that really cost us scoring chances in a 1-to-1 game, it's not going to work. And he had some struggles with our coverages because he hasn't been here. So that's to be taken into my thought. But when you lose battles or you turn pucks over in your end zone in a 1-to-1 game, third period, you got a short leash.